All right. So it's the first of the month, and every time the first of the month happens, I like jump around to all the different streaming services because the first of the month they always release the streaming services always release new movies and shows. And I was jumping around. I went to Netflix, and to my surprise, they just released two or one's a movie, one's a show. Um, And the first is, a movie that needs no introduction, and that is Godzilla Minus One. Yes, Godzilla Minus One is now on Netflix, and if you didn't check it out last year, you got to check it out. It is so good. It is surprisingly like one of the best movies that came out last year, which is insane to think about. It's way better than what's the newest one? Godzilla Kong 4, whatever. Is it New Empire? I think it's New Empire. But it's way better than that. It's like very character driven. I don't know. It's if you haven't seen Godzilla Minus One, it is fantastic and is now on Netflix. You can watch it. And also, if you don't have Netflix, I'm pretty sure you can buy it. I know I saw it on Apple, which means it's probably on Amazon. So if you don't have Netflix, you can buy it or rent it. It is an incredible movie. Um, Although I've heard some people say they didn't like it. I think they like a lot of if you like the campy Godzilla movies, like the ridiculous ones, this one may potentially bore you, but I don't see how that's possible. I thought the movie was awesome. So if you like character-driven Godzilla movies or have been wanting a character-driven, Godzilla movie, then Godzilla Minus One is definitely a must watch. So it's crazy. It's on Netflix. It's awesome. It was kind of a nice surprise this morning when I logged in. Um, yeah, I reviewed it on my channel last year, so if you want, some deeper dive thoughts on it, I got a review on my channel, but yeah, it's really good, surprisingly good. Like I said, it's one of the best movies of last year. And then the other thing that Netflix released was, a show that was unfortunately stranded on Max, and it is one of the best shows I've seen in many years, and it's a shame that it's been stranded on Max for so long. But not only did Godzilla Minus One hit Netflix this morning, but a show called Scavengers Reign is now on Netflix. Now, if you've never heard of this or you haven't seen it yet, oh my God, this is the show you need to watch this weekend. It's like the episodes are only like 20, 30 minutes long. I think it's only like 8 episodes. It's either 8 or 10, but it is phenomenal. It's an animated sci-fi show about a group of astronauts who crash land on this, crazy planet, and they land in different spots, and they take the whole season to kind of regroup and try to leave the planet. But it is so good, so good. Even if you're not like into animated shows or movies, I think you should check it out, especially if you love sci-fi. If you love sci-fi, this is like should jolt up to the front of your watch list. Like Scavengers Reign is incredible. So yeah, Netflix, man, a 1-2 punch of Godzilla Minus One and Scavengers Reign. Whew, what a weekend. What a weekend. I think I'm gonna rewatch Scavengers Reign because like I said, it's a pretty brisk show. 'Cause it's so good. My girlfriend didn't get a chance to watch it, so I'm gonna try and watch it again because it's incredible. Um, did you guys see Scavengers Reign or Godzilla Minus One? I also want to check out Godzilla Minus One again. I think I only saw it once in theaters. I wanted to see it twice, but I just didn't have the time. I feel like it took forever. The movie came out in December. What was the other one that came out in December that hasn't? Oh, Miyazaki's The Boy and the Heron. That still is not. Oh wait, I think I saw something that The Boy and the Heron will be. Is it June 21st? I want to say it's like late June. The Boy and the Heron drops, which is I can't wait to watch that again. And another one that's been stranded, or not stranded, but that hasn't released. I want to say I saw it last summer. It's a movie called The First Slam Dunk. It's a animated anime basketball movie. It is so good. It's like one of the best sports movies I've ever seen. Well, I mean, it's probably the best basketball movie. But yeah, that has not been. I haven't heard anything about First Slam Dunk, which is wild, man. I saw that a year ago, and it's still not released yet. Um, but yeah, it's just kind of interesting that I think the Fall Guy is now not streaming, now available to buy or rent, but something like Godzilla Minus One that came out in December is now being released. That's kind of weird, kind of wild that a Hollywood blockbuster can turn around and release digitally after like what 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but something like Godzilla Minus One takes fucking 6 months. I wonder why that is. But yeah, I just wanted to hop in and say, yeah, Netflix has two of the best sci-fi, movies and properties that came out last year, and you guys should definitely check them out, especially Scavengers Reign. God, I can't stress how good that show is. It reminds me of like I'm trying to think of how to describe it. It's kind of like a nature documentary, I guess, which is kind of weird. I mean, it's an animated sci-fi show, but like the world that they create, it feels like a nature documentary. Like I'm waiting for David Attenborough to like his voiceover to come in. 'Cause, like, I don't know, it's not that they just create a world with, like, cool visuals, like, they create a whole, like, ecosystem, and the ecosystem kinda plays off the characters. I don't know, it's fascinating, and it's, like, easily one of the best shows that came out, and glad it's on Netflix now because it was kinda stranded on Max, which I don't know, like, where Max is in the streaming wars, but it's definitely not number 1. I would imagine it's probably Netflix, Disney, or maybe even Hulu. Although Disney and Hulu are now combined, so who the fuck knows? But I'd probably guess it's like Netflix, Disney, Hulu, Amazon, and then Max. That would be my guess. So the fact that it's been stranded on like the fucking fifth or sixth best streaming service, and now it's on Netflix is awesome. But yeah, can't wait. Can't wait to revisit both of these. Because Godzilla Minus One, man, what a movie! What a flick! What comes out next week? I'm trying to think. Oh, it's Hitman on Netflix, and then The Watchers, and then Bad Boys. Fucking Bad Boys. I don't think I'm gonna do Bad Boys. I'll probably do The Watchers and Hitman because those are way more interesting to me than Bad Boys. That trailer looks fucking awful. Oh my god, what that was one of the worst trailers I've seen. Every time it comes on, I'm just like I throw up a little bit in my mouth. That's how bad it looks. Which sucks because those movies are kind of fun. Especially I'd say the first 3 are pretty damn fun. The last one surprised me. I wasn't expecting much in the last one, but it was, not great, but it was solid. But this just looks like a fucking train wreck. Not looking forward to Bad Boys. So, yeah, I'll probably end up doing The Watchers and Hitman. Hitman, I'm looking forward to. I love Richard Linklater, man. He's so good. And, the rising star of Glenn Powell. The rising star. Rising star Glenn Powell. What a charming sir. So I want to see what him and Linklater do, which is their second team up. He was in Everybody Wants Some. Yes, I think he was. Yeah, he was in Everybody Wants Some. But I don't think he's been in any other Linklater stuff. Which I'm trying to remember. What has Linklater done since Everybody Wants Some? I don't think he's done much. Unless I'm missing a major one. Everybody Wants Some was after Boyhood. God, what did he fucking do? Everybody Wants Some was not his last movie, right? That wasn't like 2016. Richard Linklater. That was forever ago. He had to have done something between then. Let's see. Where'd You Go, Bernadette? Didn't see that. Last Flag Flying? Didn't see that. So he only did 2 movies. Huh. And now Hitman. So yeah, Hitman's gonna be great. I can't wait. I love Richard Linklater. So yeah, Godzilla Minus One today with Scavengers Reign, and then you got Hitman next week. Can't wait. I hope Hitman's good. Everything I've read about it seems like it's gonna be a fun little romp. But yeah, with Richard Linklater behind and Glenn Powell, it should be pretty fun. And The Watchers. The Watchers next weekend looks pretty great too. But like I said, I don't think I'm gonna watch Bad Boys. I don't think I'm gonna watch Bad Boys. That movie looks fucking rough. Ooh, that looks rough. But yeah, The Watchers, I'm interested. Shyamalan's daughter, she actually her first movie, but she actually worked on, God, what was that Apple show? The Servant. Her episodes on The Servant were actually pretty fucking good. Um, Pretty damn good. That's a good show. Good show, that Servant. Yes, Watchers. But yeah, probably Watchers and Hitman next week. Skipping the Bad Boys. If one of those wasn't released, like if Hitman wasn't coming out, I probably would do Bad Boys. But the fact that there's at least 3 movies coming out, I can focus on 2 and just leave Bad Boys alone. Let someone else tackle that one. But yeah. So that's what I'm gonna be probably checking out this weekend is Scavengers Reign. Like I said, it was an awesome show. I can't believe it's on Netflix. It's so weird that these services are like connecting to one another. Like I've seen what else is on Netflix? I think Band of Brothers and the Pacific are on Netflix now, which was an HBO. I mean, it's only a matter of time before all of HBO shit hits Netflix. Game of Thrones, Sopranos. It's like Xbox going to PlayStation. The times they are changing. Bum, bum, bum. Mhm. Well, yeah, I wonder. I hope that Godzilla Minus One isn't dubbed. I didn't think about that. There wasn't a dub version in theaters. Not that I can remember. The version I saw in theaters was subtitled. God, I hope it's not dubbed. If it's dubbed, that's gonna suck. I'll have to look into that. God, I hope it's not dubbed. I hate dubbed so much. I would much rather read subtitles than hear this. So stupid. Trying to think what else. I was scrolling through Netflix. What else came out? I know some A24 stuff hit HBO Max. Dude, HBO Max, such a shame. I remember back in the day, um, I would show up to Max on the first of every month, and there would be like, God, probably over 100 movies that were released every first of the month. And now, when I went this morning to see what was new, it was like maybe 15, maybe 15 movies. It's like, man, I've gone downhill. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else would hit Netflix that caught my eye. I mean, Scavengers Reign and Godzilla Minus One were the obvious ones, but I'm trying to think what else there was. I don't remember. All I remember is that some A24 stuff hit HBO, which was Uncut Gems, Minari. What was the other one? There's another one too that was kind of big. May have been one of the horror ones. The horror. Oh, I did see Splice on Max. Splice is a fun little monster body horror movie. I haven't seen that in a hot minute. Oh, what is that? What is that Cumberbatch movie? I keep seeing a big banner for some Cumberbatch movie on Netflix. Is it Eric? I think that's what it's called. I don't even know what the fuck that's about. That's Netflix's whole model. You just show up and then there's a banner that you have no fucking idea what it is, and you just click on it and say, "Sure. Sure, Netflix. I'll watch Eric." Which is weird. You would think that the banner would be Godzilla. Well, I guess Godzilla Minus One isn't a Netflix, you know, original. So I guess they want to pimp their own stuff. But I mean, Godzilla Minus One, That's a pretty big poll. So you would think that they would put it on their front screen, on their splash screen. I wonder how popular it'll do. I don't think they released numbers for non-Netflix stuff, like how many people watched it. It's got to be pretty big for Godzilla, or maybe not. I don't know. I feel like it was kind of a big deal back in December, but I don't know. I don't know how big Godzilla will do in a Netflix environment. I imagine it'll do pretty well, but are most Netflix viewers, interested in a Godzilla movie, especially one that's subtitled and or dubbed? I don't know. I don't know if they'll be interested. I mean, I hope it's not dubbed. If Godzilla Minus One on Netflix is dubbed, that'll break my heart. So hopefully it's subtitled. But yeah, I know it's a big deal in December, but I don't know how it's gonna do on Netflix. I don't know. I don't know if the general Netflix audience is foaming at the mouth for Godzilla. I know a lot of people are, but is your random mother, father hopping on Netflix gonna watch Godzilla? Probably not, but it's fucking dope that it's there though. Only took 6 months. I'm glad you can buy it too. I'm glad it wasn't just like a Netflix drop. Like you can actually go and purchase it, own it. Although I wonder if there's got to be a physical release. I mean, I haven't done physical releases in many many years. I've kind of gone full digital, but for those physical people out there, there's got to be a Godzilla disc for you. If not, you got the digital. But yeah. So yeah, Godzilla Minus One on Netflix. Check it out this weekend if you didn't have a chance, or go revisit it. It's great. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful monster movie. And Scavengers Reign. My God. My God. If you've already seen Godzilla Minus One, you haven't seen Scavengers Reign, I cannot stress how fucking great that show is. And it's on Netflix now. So you don't have to subscribe to Max to watch one of the best sci-fi shows I've seen. God, I don't know, many years. Many, many years. It is phenomenal. And watch the trailer. I mean, I don't know. The thing is, like, I know I said this already, but even if you're not an animated fan, I think you'll still get a lot of enjoyment out of Scavengers Reign. Like, don't let the fact that it's animated deter you from watching it, because it is incredible. It is so good. And it's trippy. A trippy sci-fi show. So yeah, I was surprised. I was surprised when I logged in and saw both of those. One of them, if it was just one of them, I would have been like, "Oh, that's cool." But the fact that they did Godzilla and Scavengers Reign, woo! Let's go. And I want to say The Boy and the Heron will be on Netflix too. I'm trying to remember. I could have swore I saw something. I know it comes out in late June, if I remember right. It's like June 21st, but I wonder if it'll hit Netflix. I could have swore I saw something that it was going to hit Netflix. So The Boy and the Heron is coming in. If you didn't see that, that's another great one, especially if you like Miyazaki movies. If you didn't get a chance to see Boy and the Heron, keep an eye out in late June. But yeah, it's weird the first Slam Dunk isn't out. You'd think that would be out by now. I'm pretty sure I saw that a year ago. I'm pretty sure I went and saw the first Slam Dunk last summer, if I'm remembering right. So the fact that it's almost been a year and that movie still isn't out, that's wild. That is wild. Although you could watch the show on Crunchyroll, which I did. I think I only watched the first season though. But yeah. What else is coming up? Twisters? Wait, what's in June? June is Inside Out 2 and man, this summer is so uneventful. So uneventful. I mean, I know July's stacked. You got Maxine, you got Twisters, Longlegs, Wolverine, Deadpool. In August, you have Alien. What else is August? Is that Craven movie coming out? I mean, no one gives a fuck about Craven, but I think Craven is August. So, but yeah, I don't remember what's coming out in June. All I know is Inside Out. Despicable Me 17. Although I think that one's July as well. So yeah, it should be a pretty quiet month. I mean, there's got to be something else, right? In June? What am I missing? What else? I mean, technically, Bad Boys and Watchers this week. That is June, but God, what else other than Inside Out? Drawing a blank. It's so crazy how fucking quiet it is this year, at least for summer blockbusters. I know I said this in my last stream, but man, not much hype for this summer. Last year you had Barbie, Oppenheimer, Across the Spider-Verse, Indiana Jones, Mission Impossible, Guardians of the Galaxy, and this year it's Deadpool, Wolverine, and fucking tornadoes. You know, control your excitement, everybody. I wonder if we're finally seeing the effects of COVID. You know what I mean? This may be COVID. We've now finally caught up to all of the shit that was, delayed or canceled. I think that's probably what's happening. Is that COVID is probably caught up to Hollywood because they made it last summer was off the charts. I feel like every other weekend there was Indiana Jones this weekend, Transformers the next weekend, Across the Spider-Verse, and then Mission Impossible, Oppenheimer, Barbie, and then this summer it's like, you know, tornadoes and Wolverine and stuff. I know it's wild. And I don't think there's anything on Netflix other than Hitman. I don't think they have a big thing this summer. Oh, is Stranger Things this summer? And that's got to be around the corner at some point. If it's either this year or next year, Stranger Things will be coming out. I think it may be next year though. That would suck. That'd be cool to get Stranger Things this summer. I feel like it's been, what has it been, 2 years since Stranger Things? Or has it been a year? I don't remember. But yeah, that Stranger Things season was pretty damn good. It got a little fucking bloated in the end, but that first they did it in 2 parts, if I remember right. That first part, which was 6 episodes, 5 or 6 episodes, God, it was so good. There's something like inherently interesting and fascinating about like starting a show with kids that seem innocent and fun, lighthearted, a little spooky, and then to follow them through seasons to get to like when they're in their late teens and to see the show kind of become more mature and adult, and dealing with, heavier themes than you can do when they were younger. I find that to be really fascinating. And it's almost like it's the journey is worth it, you know? And it's interesting to just go back to watch season 1 when these kids are all fucking babies. But yeah, that first half, like I said, the second half kind of got bloated with like 2.5 hour long episodes. Like, what are you doing? Just, cut it down. Cut it down. I don't remember how the fuck that ended. The weird villain guy took over the city or something. I remember a bunch of people being injured inside of it was like a gymnasium. And I remember all of them on a hill looking out into the city. Yeah, I don't fucking remember. That show's getting too wild, man. Getting too wild. But yeah, I don't remember if that's coming out this year. I mean, we would have known if it was coming out this summer, so it's got to be next summer. But yeah, other than that, I'm trying to think if Netflix has like another big thing this summer. Speaking of summer, you know what comes out in 3 weeks is Elden Ring DLC. My life will I don't think there's gonna be any reviews that week, or at least for a couple weeks, because I'm gonna be knee deep in some Elden Ring DLC. That's not true. I will still do reviews, but man, I can't wait. Cannot wait. And it's around my birthday. Playing some Elden Ring on my birthday. Oh, The Bear. The Bear comes out pretty soon. Man, if there's ever a show, I feel like God woke up one day and said, I'm going to make a show just specifically for Brian. Nobody else, just Brian. Because this show feels like it was meant for me. I fucking love The Bear. It's probably one of my favorite shows of all time. Easily. I love anxiety induced shows. I love people running around in manic chaos, arguing and shouting. I love that shit. Love it. I love people in rooms arguing and shouting at each other. That's what I love. So The Bear, I cannot wait for The Bear. It is so good. One of the best shows on TV. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. What a show. And the music is good. The cinematography. The Bear is incredible. Nothing I love more than shouting. Yes, exactly. If every movie had shouting and anxiety in it, it would be like my favorite stuff ever. Everything would be my favorite. Oh, Ninja Turtles 2, there's a bunch of fucking anxiety and shouting. One of my favorites. But yeah, love it. Plus, I love stuff that's about professions that I know nothing about. And I find that to be pretty interesting. Like, I don't know anything about being a cook. So I like being dropped into a world like that to kind of learn what it is to be a cook. Obviously, it's, glamorized in a way, but just to like learn about what it is to be a cook in that show, it's pretty fascinating. So I also love shit like that. So not only does I get to learn and be dropped in the middle of someone's profession, but I also get shouting and anxiety. So a double whammy. So yeah, the Bear, Elden Ring. What else is in June? Like I said, movies. I don't fucking know. Inside Out 2 is the only one I can think of. Well, what is? Let's look. Let's look and see, shall we? What is coming out next month? Or this month? It's June. It's June, baby. Let's see. I want to share my screen. All right. What do we got? What do we got? Bum, 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 bum. Oh, is that fucking Kevin Costner Western coming out? Okay, so next weekend, we already talked about Bad Boys, The Watchers, but Inside Out 2. Jesus is coming out June 19th. Oh, the Bike Riders. I want to see the Bike Riders. Looks great. Austin Butler, Tom Hardy. Let's go. All right, so the Bike Riders. So, okay, what do we got so far? So, next week we have Watchers, Bad Boys. The following week we have Inside Out 2. And then there's nothing the weekend after. And then we got Bike Riders. A Russell Crowe Exorcism movie? What? Okay, well, sign me up. Thelma, I've heard of. Thelma was a hit on, I think it was Sundance. What else? Okay, then you got that Kevin Costner Western. Oh, A Quiet Place. That's a pretty big one, I guess. I don't know if I'm really interested in it or is it a movie I really wanted, but why not? That's the thing that sucks about prequels. It's like The first one doesn't explain anything. You're just kind of dropped in the middle of the situation. And that's what kind of makes that movie interesting. It's because you don't know. But the more we start exploring, it just kind of like ruins, I don't know, ruins, but I don't know. There's just something special when not all the information is given to you. So, but I'm sure it'll be great. What else? Now we're in July. July sounds like it's going to be a little bit bigger. Despicable Me 4, a movie I don't really give a fuck about, but I'm sure a lot of people do. Maxine, I can't wait. Long Legs, I can't wait for. Twisters, I'm kind of excited for. I was a huge fan. I grew up with the first one, so and Glenn Powell's in it, so can't go wrong there. Obviously, Deadpool and Wolverine. But Cuckoo looks interesting. What else? Borderlands looks kind of awful. Trap, I want to see. Josh Hartnett, baby. The Josh Hartnett Renaissance is upon us. But yeah, Shyamalan, Josh Hartnett, take my money. Alien, and then there's part 2 of Kevin Costner's fucking weird Western extravaganza magnum opus. The Crow, which looks like complete dog poo poo. And then we're into September. So yeah, scrolling up. What am I? I'm excited for Alien Romulus. I'm excited for Trap. Interested in Cuckoo. Excited for Deadpool Wolverine. Excited for Twisters. Long Legs. Maxine. And that's kind of it. Quiet Place, I'll see just because I've seen the other ones. I kind of don't give a shit about Costner's Western movies. Bike Riders. So I guess there's a few things, but I still would argue that Scream Went Black, well, I gave it a good college try. I would still argue that the summer is crickets. I wonder why the Scream Went Black. Let's try it again. Let's try that again. Hopefully that works. What is some of this other shit? Ghostlight I've heard of. That's that one where they're doing a play, right? Yeah. Okay. That one was kind of a big hit on in Sundance. Get out of here. Fuck off. I can't believe Russell Crowe is another Exorcist movie. That's wild. I need to watch his other one. What was it? Is it the Pope's exorcism or something? He exorcised the Pope? Why didn't I watch that? I mean, I guess I have to. He's got a new one. Russell Crowe running around fighting fucking demon people. Let's go. So I'm going back again. I want to see if there's anything that was kind of in the weeds here. Oh, Mel Gibson's still doing stuff. That's fun. Fly Me to the Moon. I don't know. I'm kind of burnt out on movies where people are trying to go to the moon. I feel like I'm done with that. We went to the moon. I get it. You know? I get it. We all get it. Stop doing it. At least like go to Mars. But even though I think Mars is still kind of running its course too. But the moon, done with the moon. Boring. But what else? Harold and the Purple Crayon. That's top bill in August. Sing Sing. Why do I know that? Is that the prison movie? Yeah. Oh, these prisoners find a theater group. That's adorable. I'll watch that. Is there anything else in here that was in the weeds that I missed? Slingshot Casey Affleck? Where the fuck has Casey Affleck been? An astronaut struggles to maintain his grip on reality aboard a possibly fatally compromised mission to Saturn's moon Titan. See, there we go. There we go. There's a sci-fi show that doesn't involve the moon. Let's go, Casey Affleck. Let's go. When is that? August? Yeah, August. Who's it directed by? Mikhail Hofstrom. What have you done, Mikhail? You did. Oh boy. I want director. I don't think I've seen any of these. I saw Bloodline. Bloodline's great. It's a pretty underrated Netflix show. Back in the beginning days, the beginning times, that Bloodline. Bloodline was around like The Orange is New Black and House of Cards. It was like Bloodline, House of Cards, Orange is the New Black. And there was that the guy from Sopranos. It was like a gangster show, I think. I don't remember, but I think those are like the 4 main shows back in the early days. But yeah, Bloodline was one of them. As Coach Taylor. It's very good. He directed 1408. Okay. Anyway, let's get in the weeds here. All right, so Slingshot. Okay. I'll keep an eye on you. Slingshot. Reagan with Dennis Quaid. My God. Gotta watch that. Gotta watch Dennis Quaid as Ronald Reagan. How can you not? I mean, how could you not? Look at him. Oh, yeah, this is a must-watch. Kidding me? That movie's gonna be so fucking boring. Get out of here. Get out of here, watchers. We get it. Jesus Christ. All right, anyways. So that's the summer in a nutshell. Hollywood summer in a nutshell. Yeah, all this to say, Godzilla Minus One's on Netflix. Watch it, everybody. All right. I've been here for almost 40 minutes. No one's fucking here. Just kidding. I'm going to log out and go cook some breakfast. I went to the store to get things for breakfast burritos. There's going to be eggs, chorizo, potatoes, and shredded cheese. And I got an avocado. I got avocado. I got the potatoes. I got the chorizo, and I got the shredded cheese. When I got home, I realized I forgot the fucking eggs. So now, this morning's breakfast burritos will just be potatoes, avocado, shredded cheddar cheese, although I think it's a mix because I like it spicy, without eggs. So I'm going to see how that goes. I'm sure it'll be delicious. Anyways, I'm out of here. I'm going to go make breakfast, and I hope you all have a pleasant weekend. And like I said, please go watch Scavengers Reign. It's incredible. Please go watch Godzilla Minus One. They are both streaming on Netflix. To my surprise, they are 2 of the best sci-fi, both movie and show, that came out last year. So they are now on Netflix. They are not stranded anymore. So watch them at your leisure. I highly recommend them. They are fantastic. Specifically Scavengers Reign. If you've already seen Godzilla Minus One, for the love of God, please watch Scavengers Reign. It is incredible. I'm sure you'll enjoy it as much as I did. And I will see you tomorrow.